Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Thursday, February 4th, at 8:25 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 714 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. GOP Rep Adam Kinzinger mocks GOP Rep Matt Gaetz after House GOP votes to keep Liz Cheney in leadership. Widow of Louisiana Congressman-elect who died of COVID-19 runs for his seat. Biden press secretary apologizes for Space Force jibe, but is it just a bizarre Trump-era project? Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine still effective after 21 days without top-up dose, study reveals. U.S. ends deal with Arizona restricting Biden on immigration. Biden news, Marjorie Taylor Greene gets standing ovation at GOP meeting as Liz Cheney faces vote. Trump news, impeachment defense lawyer says idiotic to mention election as Gaetz offers to join case. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer filed a bar complaint against Sidney Powell, asking that she be stripped of her law license. Falling iguanas weather may not wipe out invasive lizards but can make pythons easy pickings. Judge orders jail to give QAnon shaman Jacob Chansley organic food after he complained he cannot eat anything else. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. New charges allege Proud Boys prepped for Capitol insurrection, CNN. Taylor Swift is being sued by a fantasy-themed amusement park for trademark infringement, Vulture. House Republicans to keep Rep. Liz Cheney in leadership position, NPR. Democrats' new stimulus check plan may cuts the number of eligible people, Business Insider. If Twitter's dark mode has recently changed for you, you're not alone, The Verge. Oregon to begin vaccinating prisoners against COVID-19 after judges order The Hill. Meet Andy Jassy, the next CEO of Amazon, CNN. U.S. ends deal with Arizona restricting Biden on immigration, Associated Press. Global COVID-19 vaccine confidence is rising, survey shows, CNN. CDC says this is how most people likely caught COVID-19, BGR. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Virginia Senate votes to abolish death penalty, paving way for state to be 23rd to do so. Trump's about to lose a major presidential perk at his Mar-a-Lago club. House GOP keeps Liz Cheney as number 3 leader, stands by Marjorie Taylor Greene. David Hogg offers Rep. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez support, advice about bearing trauma. 53 children's books that feature characters with disabilities. Former Ohio cop charged with murder in fatal shooting of Andre Hill. What has the pandemic really done to toddler development? Jim Jordan, amid pandemic, cancel culture most dangerous thing happening today. Wisconsin mom finally meets baby girl delivered during COVID-19 coma. Biden EPA pick pledges to take swift action on climate, fix Trump-era damage. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Faith paid off for man who bought Super Bowl tickets. Small plane makes emergency landing on highway. Adults with Down syndrome push for COVID vaccine. Cards pour in for Saginaw woman's 105th birthday. Doctor couple surprised with Super Bowl tickets. Foster puppies named after KS Chiefs players. Demolition looms for Chicago's lashed Phyllis Wheatley house. Family of man shot by police asking for state probe. Nurse out of retirement to help vaccinate. Property tax bills pile up at $12.8 million. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Tokyo Olympics organizers unveil plan to protect athletes and visitors. Mexican law halts U.S. from turning back some migrant families. Gulay Ismail's father is jailed after she escapes Pakistan. Biden and immigration, president to welcome more refugees, but far from all will get in. McCarthy condemns Marjorie Taylor Greene's comments, but stands by her. Family of man attacked by fire ants at VA facility before his death sues U.S. Officer killed in January 6 assault is honored at the Capitol. Parler CEO John Matt says he was fired. McKinsey settles for $573 million over Ritalin opioid crisis. Former Columbus police officer is charged with murder of Andre Hill. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Olympia mayor calls forcible occupation of hotel domestic terrorism. Ingraham vows no ransom for hostage takers as Democrats seek to smear GOP as extremists. Man who wore horns at Capitol lost 20 pounds in custody, lawyer. Marty Schottenheimer, former NFL coach, enters hospice care. Levin declares Biden executive orders unconstitutional, like Benito Mussolini handing out declarations. Wisconsin middle school apologizes for activity asking students how they'd punish a slave. Obama Center in Chicago, estimated at $500 million, to break ground this year despite complaints, officials say. Judge Andrew P. Napolitano, the abuse of the Fourth Amendment and the consequences of that abuse. Gates decries political double standards eating away at our voters and the country. Morgan Wallen ineligible for ACM awards following use of racial slur. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Thursday, February 4th. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Super Bowl ads preview, Michael B. Jordan as Alexa, Return of Wayne's World. A year after daughter's death in North Carolina, grieving mom still waits for answers, it's devastating. Patriots Lauren Sky says he's rooting for Tom Brady in Super Bowl LV. When you lay roots into a business like he has, people strive to be better than him. Bob Horwitz on what makes the perfect Super Bowl commercial, tugs on the heartstrings. CBS Sports Network sees top teams Villanova, Gonzaga face conference foes this week. Nickelodeon partnering with CBS Sports to produce a Guy-Feed Super Bowl LV pregame show. Tom Brady merchandise is selling like crazy everywhere, including New England. Madden NFL 21 simulation picks Chiefs to win Super Bowl LV. New preprint study suggests COVID reinfection is not that rare. Dog was still keeping guard over California man found dead, family says. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Why are coronavirus cases falling so fast in the U.S.? New infections drop 44% over last 3 weeks. Bali's pristine beaches have turned into garbage dumps as the island struggles without tourists. Prime Minister Scott Morrison to hold crisis talks with global Google boss. Enormous python found inside bathroom of Shaler Park home in Queensland. Python devours a bird while hanging from a tree meters away from a family home. Australian Open in chaos as 600 players are forced to isolate again after COVID-19 scare. BBC is twice value of Netflix and would cost $400 a year as a subscription service, Tim Davie claims. COVID UK, daily infections fall to 19,202 with 1,322 deaths. Florida child porn suspect who killed 2 FBI agents is identified. Canberra student Decodio Lane, 23, gets left and right tattoos on her hands. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Biden to visit State Department as U.S. re-engages with its allies. Australian Prime Minister says he invited Biden down under. As democracies backslide, repression transcends borders. Crime, conflict, chaos crushing Afghan hopes for tomorrow. Mario Draghi saved the euro, but can he now rescue Italy? Myanmar's coup and the waning of an Obama-Biden legacy. AP photos, wildlife officials feed birds in freezing Kashmir. India hits back at Rihanna, Greta Thunberg and other celebrities after they support farmer protests. Moon, Biden agree to work on joint North Korea strategy. Myanmar coup sparks resistance movement as Suu Kyi is charged. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Coronavirus Live News. Canada has secured nearly 10 vaccine doses per person. U.S. deaths pass 450,000. Student protests grow as Turkey's young people turn against Erdogan. Tokyo 2020 chief pressed to resign after saying women talk too much at meetings. Republicans take no action against Cheney or extremist Green after vote. Wall Street versus the Reddit Towers, the GameStop Gold Rush, podcast. Parler social network terminates CEO John Matz. Hong Kong pro-democracy movement nominated for Nobel Peace Prize by U.S. lawmakers. Smuggler found with nearly 1,000 cacti and succulents strapped to her body. U.S. deeply disturbed by reports of systematic rape in China's Xinjiang camps. Kenosha prosecutors want to arrest Kyle Rittenhouse for bail violation. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. House Republicans vote to keep Liz Cheney among leadership. COVID-19 causing delays in immigration visas and keeping families apart. Former police officer Adam Coy charged with murder in death of Andre Hill. Slain FBI agents work to protect children from abusers. Virginia Senate passes death penalty abolition bill. Biden tells Democrats he's willing to target COVID relief checks, but not shrink them. UK government to test mixing COVID vaccines in new trial. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Tokyo Olympics chief Yoshiro Mori sorry for sexism row. Brits snap up Australian wine that didn't go to China. So what is Jeff Bezos going to do now? Marjorie Taylor Greene, House Republicans resist pressure to oust lawmaker. Why jailing Navalny may mean more problems for Putin. South Korea's hidden migrant workers. Morgan Wallen, U.S. country star dropped by his record label over racial slur. Is high-speed rail travel on a track to nowhere? Coronavirus, German medics fly in to aid Portugal's hospital emergency. Myanmar coup, UN Chief Guterres calls for failure of military takeover. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Today in history for February 4th. Wisconsin prosecutors allege Kyle Rittenhouse is in violation of bail over secret address, ask for his arrest. Ohio officer charged with Andre Hill's murder. Journalist, Morgan Wallen crossed the line with racial slur. Cutting, bribing, stealing, some people are getting COVID-19 vaccines before it's their turn. U.S. tops 450K deaths as CDC reports downward trajectory in cases, Yankee Stadium to open as mass vaccination site, latest COVID-19 updates. Raphael Saadiq used childhood piano to craft Globes-nominated song. Mom of pepper-sprayed child speaks against police. Andre Hill should not be dead. Former Columbus police officer Adam Coy indicted for murder of unarmed black man. 3 dead in Idaho National Guard helicopter crash. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Gunman held after alleged threat of shooting at San Jose Mall. LA Metro's Phil Washington stepping down, CEO expanded rail but saw bus ridership decline continue. California is still thirsty after the recent series of winter storms, rainfall figures show. Police pursuit drags on more than 6 hours, outlasts Los Angeles Police Department gas tanks. Los Angeles man dies after falling 95 feet in Death Valley. California lawmakers angrily demand fixes at unemployment agency after scathing audits. Schools can safely move to reopen even if teachers are not all vaccinated, Newsom says. Tahoe man rescued after being stranded a week in deep Sierra Nevada snow. After a cold and wet week, federal court comes to Skid Row. San Francisco, amid school renaming flap, sues its school district to reopen during pandemic. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Thursday, February 4th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. More than 50,000 civilians have been killed by Ethiopian government forces in its northern Tigray region in a massive ethnic cleansing campaign and a man-made famine. Italian mafia orders ambulance drivers to stop using sirens because they disturb drug dealers who mistake them for police. Japan sees steep population drop as pandemic keeps foreigners away. Canada will list the Proud Boys movement as a terrorist group. South Korea leads world in innovation as US exits top 10. Modi's response to farmer protests in India stirs fears of a pattern. Critics say Prime Minister Narendra Modi's approach to dissent increasingly involves stifling dissenting voices, blocking the internet and cracking down on journalists. Myanmar coup, China blocks UN condemnation as protest grows. Japan looks to amend copyright law to force some cosplayers to pay to cosplay. Twitter unblocked accounts that criticized India's government. Now, its employees are being threatened with jail time unless it blocks them again. Israeli Jewish Antifa hacks KKK website, doxes members. Groups call for boycott of Beijing Winter Olympics next year. Denmark launching a coronavirus passport to prove vaccination. Tokyo Olympics chief Yoshiro Mori stirs controversy after saying women talk too much at meetings, calls it annoying. Chemists create and capture Einsteinium, the elusive 99th element. Turkey arrests dozens of students at peaceful protest over LGBT rights. The next headlines are from Forbes. Shiseido doubles down on luxury after $1.5 billion spin-off to CVC Capital. Treasure, Eyes One, ITZY, NHIBN and Stray Kids. Twitter highlights the 10 fastest rising K-pop acts. WWE NXT results, winners, news and notes as it appears. Ewell Beach Break results, winners, news and notes on February 3, 2021. Dave Dombrowski has remade the Philadelphia Phillies in his image. BTS, Blackpink, GOT7, Twice and NCT 2020, Twitter shares the 10 most mentioned K-pop songs of 2020. Cheney holds on to leadership role after fiery GOP conference meeting. Grocery store closures demonstrate the pitfalls of Joe Biden's push to double minimum wage. No cheering, no handshakes, and no quarantines. Tokyo Olympics officials unveil playbooks for COVID-19. Yum China sees headwinds as COVID gains ground. Profit rose by 68% in fourth QTR. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Mutation alters chromatin changes during injury response to drive cancer. Developing fibrillated cellulose as a sustainable technological material. Dynamic regulation of sub, FH sub, selection during the germinal center reaction. Glacial episodes of a freshwater Arctic Ocean covered by a thick ice shelf. Structural and spectroscopic characterization of an Einsteinium complex. The Arctic Ocean might have been filled with fresh water during ice ages. Scientists call for fully open sharing of coronavirus genome data. Author correction, transcript expression-aware annotation improves rare variant interpretation. Author correction, a structural variation reference for medical and population genetics. The key to social change, free will on trial, and an astrophysicist on a visit from extraterrestrials, books in brief. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,683,799,871 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Oscar winner A.R. Rahman boards Ronnie Screwvala and Siddharth Roy Kapoor's Pippa exclusive. Sia adds warning label to music movie, apologizes to autism community on heels of Golden Globes nominations. Mike Henry, NFL player and actor, dies at 84. Strip down, rise up review, pole dancing without polemic. Tools Maynard James Keenan reveals he contracted COVID-19 a second time. Gillian Anderson gets teary-eyed over the Crown Golden Globes nod, I put my heart and soul into the role. SAG predictions, best stunt ensemble, Tenet could be the surest thing for SAG-AFTRA. SAG predictions, best supporting actress, is Jodie Foster a sure thing for a nomination? SAG predictions, best cast ensemble, The Trial of the Chicago 7 Feet is the only lock for the actors. SAG predictions, best actor, is this Stephen Yeun's last stand for the Oscars? The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Parler CEO is fired after constant resistance inside the conservative-friendly site. House Republicans to keep Rep. Liz Cheney in leadership position. San Francisco versus San Francisco School Board, a push to get students back in school. Could we pay back the earth for what it provides? A new report offers a roadmap. Ohio police officer charged with murder in Andre Hill case. Wisconsin prosecutors seek Kyle Rittenhouse's arrest and higher bond. Mario Draghi, credited with saving the euro, tapped to form a new government in Italy. Supreme Court says Germany cannot be sued in Nazi-era art case. Justice Department drops race discrimination lawsuit against Yale University. Canada lists Proud Boys as a terrorist group, alongside ISIS and Al-Qaeda. The following headlines are from The Week. Prosecutors don't know where Kenosha shooter Kyle Rittenhouse is, want him arrested again. Kenyan woman finds a way to recycle plastic waste into bricks that are stronger than concrete. Experts are asking people to stop sharing their COVID-19 vaccination cards online. GOP Rep. Liz Cheney to keep leadership position. Green was reportedly applauded by GOP lawmakers after apologizing for past inflammatory remarks. Ex-Columbus police officer charged with murder of Andre Hill. Pelosi slams McCarthy's cowardly refusal to take action against Marjorie Taylor Greene. Liz Cheney reportedly told GOP conference she won't apologize for impeachment vote. Bipartisan report says U.S. troop withdrawal from Afghanistan would lead to new civil war. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Strangest state, fashionable critters and creepy heirlooms. The next headlines are from Universe Today. The Earth's magnetosphere might be creating water on the moon. By measuring light from individual stars between galaxy clusters, astronomers find clues about dark matter. Black holes simulated in a tank of water reveals back reaction for the first time. A new class of exoplanets can shrink from sub-Neptunes into super-Earths. Physicists figure out how to make gravitational wave detectors here. 6x more universe. What could we learn from a mission to Phobos? These are the news headlines for today, Thursday, February 4th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. See the double cluster in Perseus. Astronomers see multiple eclipses in unique six-star system. Watch giant pandas frolic in the snow. The next news is from Politico. The vaccines that could stop COVID-19. Biden's first 100 days. What the Space Force is and isn't. Bezos' departure worries Amazon's Washington critics. Biden plunges fully into COVID relief talks. Former Mueller prosecutor predicts increased pursuit of unregistered foreign agents. Trump appointee sues Biden over alleged ouster from advisory board. Biden administration asks for more time to consider Trump tax returns case. Opinion: no, conservatives shouldn't quit on the GOP. Sanders shakes up Senate staff. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Men arrested after allegedly driving down Burke Street Mall. Residents told to evacuate as bushfire rages near Hervey Bay. Australian wins the world's richest environment prize. World's largest battery to be built in Hunter Valley. He will live on forever, beloved Taronga Sun bear dies. Liberal Senator James Patterson to lead Parliament's Intelligence and Security Committee. Coronavirus updates live. Australia secures 10 million more doses of Pfizer vaccine as Melbourne returns to harsher restrictions. WA lockdown continues. Demolition work done for new year-round Eka station. Lazarus rising again. Labour MP's cheeky stunt to keep pressure on. iPhone 12 magnets can disable pacemakers, defibrillators, researchers find. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Trader beware, read this before buying stocks with investment apps like Robinhood. The moneyest, I was discarded after 40 years of marriage. Can my ex-husband file a joint tax return without my consent? He tried to take both my stimulus checks. The Wall Street Journal, McKinsey reaches $573 million settlement with states over its work to boost OxyContin sales. Don't buy a Tesla during a production ramp, Elon Musk warns. Earnings results, PayPal profit triples as pandemic drives continued surge in online payments. Earnings outlook, S&P 500 earnings recession set to end, as Q4 upswings to growth. The Wall Street Journal, Parler CEO John Matt says he's been fired. Outside the box, a straightforward explanation why more COVID-19 vaccines cannot be produced with help from dozens of companies. Paul Brandus, like Rockefeller and Gates, Bezos rides off into the sunset just as the lawyers take away the fun. Earnings results, eBay results buoyed by luxury watches, sneakers and refurbished holiday gifts. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Child car seat rivals square off in remote patent bench trial, Law 360. Verizon wins another PTAB review in Huawei IP war, Law 360. Covidine tells panel that judge garbled patent case verdict, Law 360. Challenging therapeutics IP after Fed, Circ, drink can ruling, Law 360. Joyce Wong elected to National Academy of Inventors, Mirage News. U.S. Navy has patents on tech it says will engineer the fabric of reality, Vice. Next Generation Power Modules Patent Landscape 2021, IP competition is becoming more global and module makers have been progressively joined by competitors from the FHEV supply chain, PR Newswire. Online, Saturday Science, Isthmus. Valve fined $4 in Steam controller patent infringement lawsuit, Polygon. Opposition for the restoration of lapsed patents, Lixology. The next headlines are from Quartz. The unfinished business Jeff Bezos leaves behind at Amazon. Robinhood amps up its little guy image with a $5.5 million Super Bowl ad. Silicon Valley's iron grip on venture capital is slipping. COVID lockdowns are supercharging Amazon's international business. The new Monster Tech IPO is a video app giving voice to China's silent majority. Waiting 10 years to start eliminating emissions will cost the U.S. more than $3.5 trillion. Contemporary hip-hop embodies a dynamic Pan-Africanism. Semiconductors helped make Taiwan Asia's top-performing economy in 2020. Clubhouse invite codes are becoming hot merchandise in China. India hopes for a V-shaped recovery, but will it give the unemployed their careers back? The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Annual reminder, you can probably just call the Super Bowl the Super Bowl. Content moderation case study, GitHub attempts to moderate banned words contained in hosted repositories, 2015. Federal court orders destruction of illegally obtained sex trafficking sting recordings. Facebook Oversight Board's first decisions seem to confirm everyone's opinions of the board. 14 states are now considering right to repair legislation. Daily Deal, the Cooking and Baking Masterclass Bundle. Joe Lieberman couldn't understand content moderation when he was a senator, but says if we get rid of 230, it'll be fine. After years of litigation, AT&T customers get a measly $22 for being lied to over throttling. Japan looks to amend copyright law to force some cosplayers to pay to cosplay. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this Daily News Headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Flyers. Kyle Rittenhouse. Modern Family. T.J. Osborne. Stephen Curry. Ben Carson. Liverpool. Granada vs Barcelona. Andrew Luck. Britney Spears. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Greta Thunberg shares India protest toolkit, gets accused of rent-a-cause activism and aiding international conspiracy. McKinsey consulting firm to shell out $573 million to settle probes into its role in turbocharging opioid crisis, reports. Irish Deputy PM says EU's vaccine rollout not its finest hour and praises Russia's Sputnik V after promising Lancet data. ACLU declares transgender myths debunked, says trans girls don't have any unfair advantage in women's sports. AOC compared to Jussie Smollett after her near-death riot experience revealed as hiding from police in office outside Capitol. Future of Parler no longer in my hands, John Matz says company board ousted him from CEO position. Wisconsin County prosecutors demand arrest and bond increase for Kyle Rittenhouse over failure to report address change. The only choice for somebody like Emmy, U.S. climate czar John Kerry defends flying private jet to Iceland to receive Enviro Award. COVID near mom banned from all hospitals after repeatedly posting footage of empty wards. Syrian air defenses respond to Israeli aggression near Golan Heights, state media. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. World Economic Forum again delays annual meeting due to pandemic travel restrictions. Xi, Putin make the case for win-win, not zero-sum. Surreal video shows Myanmar coup unfolding live behind oblivious aerobics instructor. The People versus Navalny, Russia draws red lines to foreign meddling in its sovereign affairs. A series of fortunate events for the ECB. Longest-serving woman in Congress says she feels increasingly alienated in Democratic Party. Droves of people fall for blue check homes hoax. Americans are buying guns at blistering pace, FBI data shows. White House press secretary under fire for mocking military's Space Force. Defense secretary orders 60-day stand-down to confront extremism in the military. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Change in the air, U.S. to restart review of big offshore wind farm. Indian celebrities back govt on protests amid global criticism. American Airlines warns 13,000 staff of furloughs amid COVID-19 pain. Biden's Korea's moon pledge comprehensive Korea strategy. Chief of social media app Parler says board fired him. UK to test whether AstraZeneca, Pfizer vaccines interchangeable. Myanmar military blocks Facebook, social media as pressure grows. Myanmar lodges objections in Rohingya genocide case. U.S. House to rebuke QAnon Republican for online threats, racism. eBay is latest online retail giant to report strong earnings. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Mark Levin, Chuck Schumer should be on trial, he threatened the Supreme Court. Exclusive Senator Bill Hagerty, China is singing all the way to the bank thanks to Joe Biden's policies. Ilhan Omar, Republican base is now cowards, grifters, Looney Tunes. AOC, those challenging riot story manipulating people who don't know the layout of Capitol complex. Ann Coulter, liberals love convicted murderers like Kevin Cooper. Liz Cheney survives vote to oust her as House GOP conference chair. Kevin McCarthy condemns Marjorie Taylor Greene's comments as Democrats seek her committee removal. Democrat lawyer Mark Elias claims faulty voting machines in New York race. Fitton, American needs to know the truth about Biden family's corruption. John Kasich, GOP will begin to die if it stays a Trump party. The next headlines are from UPI News. Idaho woman wins $200K, $300K lottery prizes on consecutive days. Watch, suburban Illinois bridge hit by truck for 14th times in summer. Watch, India couple get married while scuba diving 60 feet underwater. British resident finds North American snake in their dining room. Watch, city worker climbs into New York vent to retrieve woman's ring. New Jersey man mistakenly receives package for Washington Capitals star. Watch, edible race cars break Guinness records in Washington state. Watch, South African couple find crocodile in backyard pool. The next headlines are from odd, strange and bizarre things. Facts about fun uses for microwaves, Part 2. Facts about fun uses for microwaves, Part 1. 5 strangest planets in the galaxy. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. UFOs and 14th century Black Death. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Investors who beat Wall Street by buying GameStop shares pay it forward, donating winnings to charity. NFL giving away free Super Bowl tickets to 7,500 healthcare workers. 10 positive updates on the COVID-19 virus from around the world. 2021 is looking brighter. A gorgeous 3D printed home just popped up on Zillow for half the price of comparable houses. Former prisoners turn waste into beautiful furniture, rebuilding their lives at the same time. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Thursday, February 4th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Manscaped, designated official men's grooming partner of the Ottawa Senators. 6 arrested after changing Hollywood sign to Hollyboob. San Francisco sues its own school district to reopen classes. AT&T customer since 1960 buys WSJ print ad to complain of slow speeds. People are changing their profile photos to drawing of Thai man pushed to his death in SF. Australian government may use herpes virus to control invasive carp. Texas Public Safety Department sorry after mistakenly sending emergency alert for cursed Chucky doll. NJ man dies in car fire after revving engine to get out of snowbank. That blew my mind out in a car. 4,000 goats on Zoom from Lancashire. Capitol rioter arrested after wearing jacket with name, phone number clearly visible. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. How playing the hardest games I could find helped me take back my mental health. AI detects 1,210 new potential gravitational lenses in the search for dark matter. Scientists invented an AI to detect racist people. Watch, singer uses deepfake AI to transform into Bowie, Trump, and Zuckerberg. How the US is setting itself up for a future of electric vehicles. New global program aimed to get 1,000 cities to take climate action by 2030. Amazon search algorithm spreads vaccine disinformation, study finds. Want to buy a Mini with a leather interior? Sorry mate, that's no longer going to be an option. This 18-course, 132-hour mega bundle can turn you into an ethical hacker. Virgin Orbit launched a rocket from a plane, here's how. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Kangaroo overgrazing could be jeopardizing land conservation, study finds. New piezoelectric material remains effective to high temperatures. State-funded pre-K may enhance math achievement. The business of peace. Nanodetched plastic packaging could leach silver into some types of foods and beverages. Popular breast cancer drugs don't work the way we thought they did. New inkjet approach offers simple way to print microdisc lasers for biosensing. How SARS-CoV-2 mutates to escape antibody binding. Mechanism that regulates anti-tumor activity of immune cells. The quick choice might be a choice overload avoidance strategy. The next headlines are from Information Week. Rise with SAP gives Shios a simpler path to S/4 HANA Cloud. XOps, real or hype? This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Thursday, February 4th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA, AIAA host discussion on Mars Perseverance rover technology. NASA invites media to pre-launch, launch activities for Boeing's orbital flight test 2. NASA announces new role of senior climate advisor. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Update, missing 18-year-old found by police. House Committee advances bill that would jumpstart name change for Dixie State University. Episode 13, Heather and Jen have it out in a, sort of, season finale of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Camp Last Hope and Salt Lake City dispersing ahead of planned health department sweep. Anti-pornography bill is derailed after Utah lawmakers decline to take a vote. 7 bills spurred by slain Utah student Lauren McCluskey target officer misconduct. Utah-Arizona is Utes' lone game this week as COVID-19 continues to alter schedule. New group of artists and residents are picked to live and work at this Utah National Park. Bagley cartoon, eyeball to eyeball. Intermountain Healthcare has sped up from 14 COVID-19 tests a day to thousands. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. Remote Tasmanian island to be powered by blowhole energy that harnesses waves. Clearview AI violated Canadian privacy law. Malicious Chrome and Edge add-ons had a novel way to hide on 3 million devices. Parler CEO John Mack says company's board fired him. Amazon's next CEO says he's committed to making video games. Pornhub announces biometric technology to verify users. Elon Musk admits Tesla has quality problems. Boston Dynamics robot dog gets an arm attachment, self-charging capabilities. General Motors hit by chip shortage. Over 300 million Indians may have COVID-19. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Missouri's vaccination team explains vaccine discrepancy to House members. Illinois National Guard helping administer COVID vaccinations across the state. It is a huge departure from how we try people, COVID's impact on the justice system. Metro East school superintendents offer a plan to lift sports restrictions. $6.9 million on chopping block for Francis Howell District, including 68 teacher positions. Metro East restaurant owners hope to learn tomorrow if they can resume indoor dining. COVID-19 continues to impact St. Louis Blues schedule. Groups of thieves targeting unlocked, running cars on cold mornings. The historic old courthouse to undergo major renovations. Missouri bill would ban enforcement of federal gun laws. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Human remains found near East County hiking trail. Husband of missing Chula Vista woman retains lawyer, no longer answering questions. Authorities looking to identify man who set off fireworks in Target store. 2 hospitalized, 2 animals dead in Otay Mesa apartment fire. State still working on agreement to reopen schools. Handle with Care app helps police tell teachers when kids experience trauma. California court rejects lawsuit challenging rideshare vote. Local congressman proposes boosting home loan rights for DACA recipients. Suspect description released in $2 Vista arson. Former Chargers coach Marty Schottenheimer moved to hospice care. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. Baltimore ends contract with company that operated controversial spy plane. Exclusive suspected Chinese hackers used SolarWinds bug to spy on U.S. payroll agency, sources technology. Sources, suspected Chinese hackers used SolarWinds bug to spy on U.S. payroll agency. Revealing Porsche high-end spy shots turned into unofficial renderings. Did ex-KGB spy say Russia cultivated Trump as an asset for 40 years? Former Mossad chief's retirees party won't run in election. Tonawanda man facing child pornography charge after hidden camera was discovered. Town of Tonawanda man accused of using hidden camera to record child victim in various states of undress. Sahel jihadists eye expansion into Côte d'Ivoire and Benin, says French spy boss. Podcast, making the leap to the NHL and the Stanley Cup favorite Avalanche. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Huntington Ingalls wins $175 deal to support U.S. Navy aircraft carriers. Sweden awards contract to Saab for next-generation corvettes. U.S. Army preparing its heavy dump trucks for extremely cold environment. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. Why are Chinese officials in Africa so active in messaging on Xinjiang? Chinese police raid pirate website that offers crowdsourced translation. How China's live stream industry is revolutionizing e-commerce. What are China's favorite sports? Is basketball or soccer number 1? The end of China's golden age. China's top diplomat bashes Trump policies, warns Biden to respect red line issues. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Thursday, February 4th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Oakland City leaders on high alert after spike in Chinatown crime. Safety of San Francisco questioned after fatal attacks. COVID vaccine, Bay Area prioritizes elderly due to high death rate. Reopening schools, California continues to work on agreement. Teen beats COVID-19, months later still suffering after effects. Health experts respond to double masking debate. New study shows young adults were main drivers of COVID pandemic. Some Bay Area schools not ready for return to classroom. SFPUC installs new water tap stations in Tenderloin, Bayview, Mission districts. Search paused for next San Jose police chief. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Randall scores 27 as Knicks hold off Bulls 107-103. George scores 36, Clippers use three-pointers to drill Cavaliers. Doncic, Mavericks snap 6-game skid, hold off Hawks 122-116. Chicago schools, union continue talks over virus safety plan. Crews battle Ingleside house fire. Mentally I feel better, second mass vaccination site opens in Cook County. Round Lake Beach man indicted in Carroll Stream teens murder. Naperville tables City Gate West vote over disconnect between developer, community leaders. Aurora mayor pushes renewed focus on fighting deadly gang violence. Debate over thin blue line image on Mount Prospect police patch rages on. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. The Weeknd set to perform at Climate Pledge Arena in 2022. Seattle City Council President Lorena Gonzalez enters 2021 mayoral race. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Albania, Bulgaria, Greece, Lebanon, the Republic of North Macedonia, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC, Namibia. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone 1821. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 6.7 m, depth 10 km, in West Chile rise March 2, 2021, 5:23 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.6 m, depth 10 km, in Vanuatu March 2, 2021, 0:42 UTC, few people within 100 kilometers. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Thursday, February 4th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Diverse class of Houston area students lead National Signing Day. Marriage license applications in Harris County dropped dramatically in 2020. Daughter's lost bracelet containing her mom's ashes returned. Parents of missing 21-year-old Texas State student say they still have hope. Houston doctor, known as father of modern leukemia therapy, dies from COVID-19 at 93. Teen falls into 10-month coma before pandemic, wakes up to new world. Watch ABC 13 and Texan Live's Game of the Week. One suspect in custody, one on the run in Montgomery Company after traffic stop shooting. Help wanted. Over 400 jobs available now in the Mahatma Gandhi district. Houston lands new non-stop flights from discount airline. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Williamson's 28 points lead Pelicans past Suns, 123-101. Fox Nets 26, Kings hold off short-handed Celtics 116-111. Not like every time, Beirut blast victims want the truth. CEO of social media app Parler says board fired him. Australian leader has constructive talk with Google boss. Taiwan opens trade office in Guyana in diplomatic win. One tweet from Rihanna on farmer protests gets India incensed. Biden flexible on who gets aid, tells lawmakers to go big. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. NYPD fires high-ranking officer accused of posting bigoted comments online. Coronavirus updates, city to open 24/7 vaccination site at Yankee Stadium on Friday. Extra, ghostly whistle of rushing air and other fancy super tall condo perks. Schools update, Learning Bridges childcare program now open for fully remote students. PAC tied to real estate lobbying firm spreads campaign contributions across 2021 candidates. De Blasio appoints Brooklyn lawyer and campaign donor as new commissioner. Village cigars and a Spite Triangle are for sale. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. The MTA's debris-catching nets are now scary pendulous sacks bulging with snow. NYC sidewalks must be shoveled by 1 p.m. Wednesday, sanitation department warns. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Light earthquake, M4.8 quake has struck near Kakapo in Papua New Guinea. Moderate earthquake, 5.1 mag strikes near Labujaya in Nepal. Light earthquake 4.5 mag, 17 kilometers WSW of Iwaki, Japan. Minor earthquake, 3.8 mag strikes near Nikolsky in Alaska. Light earthquake 4.5 mag, 28 kilometers WNW of Esmeraldas, Ecuador. Light earthquake, 4.4 mag strikes near Leftme in Greece. Minor earthquake 3 mag, 41 kilometers northwest of Stanley, Idaho. Light earthquake, 4.1 mag strikes near Mazo Cruz in Peru. Light earthquake, 4.4 mag has occurred near Uyuni in Bolivia. Light earthquake 4.7 mag, southeast of the Loyalty Islands. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Nepal struggles to preserve its indigenous languages as those speaking them dwindle. Myanmar looks back in fear and anger after military coup. The Afghan dilemma for the Biden-Harris administration. Road to hell paved with good intentions. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. House GOP keeps Cheney as number 3 leader, stands by Green. Did AOC exaggerate the danger she was in during Capitol riot? Were 9 parents deported under Trump just reunited with their children? Takeaways from legal filings for Trump's impeachment trial. Male butterflies mark their mates with a stench to turn off rival suitors. Were 6 people arrested for changing Hollywood sign to Hollywood? Did prostitute Gerda Purtell invent fake eyelashes to, protect her eyes? Did William Mumler take a picture of Lincoln's ghost in 1872? Did Biden vow to eliminate the stepped-up basis for capital gains tax? The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Post falsely tie Myanmar election to Dominion voting systems. Video wrong about Fauci, COVID-19. See check video, don't confuse the virus with the disease. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Seth Meyers tears 2 apart Fox News host racist Marjorie Taylor Greene defense. Marjorie Taylor Greene's Republican Party hates Democrats, democracy and America. Cheney survived, but Greene thrived in House GOP showdown. Newsmax host grovels to My Pillow guy after storming out of train wreck interview. Proud Boy leader who threatened war ahead of Capitol riot is arrested. NY Times staffer send outraged letter to bosses demanding reporter apologize for racial slur. Desperate Putin resorts to jailing journalists for retweeting jokes. Why is the internet trying to cancel Chris Pratt? Fox anchor calls out GOP senator for dodging questions on Marjorie Taylor Greene and Liz Cheney. Child porn suspect who ambushed FBI agents during Florida raid is identified. The next headlines are from the New York Post. St. John's making mark with suffocating defense. Knicks Julius Randle looking like winner in incredible transformation. Scientists may have clue to understanding mystery illness killing chimpanzees. Police respond to disturbing incident at Marilyn Manson's LA home, report. Rick Ross dishes to Jalen Rose on big business, financial security. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. The beginning to the end of the universe. How black holes die. Life in the clouds of Venus, maybe not. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Oxford, vaccine could curb not only illness, but spread of COVID-19. AstraZeneca COVID vaccine cuts transmission, UK study shows. False links between COVID vaccine and infertility raise alarm among women. Misinformation between COVID vaccine and infertility raises alarm. Biden administration partnering with pharmacies on COVID-19 vaccinations. U.S. closing in on 50 million vaccine doses. Who's getting them? UK scientists studying genetic code of coronavirus as new variants emerge. White House to send vaccines directly to pharmacies. Scientists track genetic code of the UK coronavirus variant as mutation emerges. Visby Medical CEO on developing a portable PCR test for coronavirus. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. Alien life on Mars bombshell, physicist Brian Cox admits alien life must exist in space. Horrified dog food factory worker saw 7 feet telepathic alien mantis while cycling home. Bitcoin mining is hindering the search for alien life. Why aliens likely exist and visited us in 2017, according to Harvard's top astronomer. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Detroit police chief claims he was Denzel Washington's go-to guy for cop role. $44 million in bogus Super Bowl memorabilia confiscated. Jilted California lover murdered ex-girlfriend's Fank, say cops. Ohio cop charged with murder of Andre Hill. Ford Motor Company gets patent pending approval for clear, N95 grade mask. College student uses GameStop profits to buy video games for kids in hospital. House panel votes to kick Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene off committees for truly sick promotion of violence. We will never forget, slain officer is honored at the Capitol Rotunda. Jeff Bezos seems poised to up his charitable giving game as he prepares to step away from Amazon CEO role. Carnation Breakfast Essentials roll out cereal-flavored breakfast beverages at Walmart. The following headlines are from military.com. Debt collection goes on while VA exploring options to reinstate PUS. SecDef gives military services 60 days to hold stand down on extremism in the ranks. Sailor admits to hanging news by black crewmates wreck on Navy cruiser. Idaho Guard halts flight operations after Black Hawk crash in bad weather kills 3. Cannot hug a satellite, General addresses Space Force's PR problem. The Air Force's new F-15X jet just took its first flight. Former Air Force officer sentenced for sexual abuse of minor. U.S. halts plans to move 12,000 troops out of Germany. Marine Infantry Regiment with ties to Banana Wars deactivates a mid-force reorganization. Couple used Navy links to steal 9K identities, officials say. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. In-person classes delayed again as CPS and CTU still have no deal to avoid teachers' strike. Here's where they stand on key issues. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, state redirects 97,000 unused doses from federal program, new daily vaccination record set as 3,314 new COVID-19 cases and 69 more deaths reported. Police say 3 injured after driver fleeing or traffic stop crashes car into 3 other vehicles. The Spin, Cubs' Todd Ricketts reappointed RNC Finance Chair. Groundbreaking on Obama Center could begin in August as Pritzker clears lawmakers to get COVID-19 vaccine, governor says he'll wait. Illinois redirects 97,000 vaccine doses from federal nursing home program. Pritzker has criticized for moving too slowly. Prosecutors want arrest warrant, higher bond for Kenosha shooter Kyle Rittenhouse over questions about current address. Round Lake Beach man who shot teens in his stolen car indicted on murder charge, prosecutors say. Historic Long Grove covered bridge crashed into for the 13th time, say bye to your truck. Governor J.B. Pritzker allows state lawmakers to receive COVID-19 vaccinations, joining Chicago city leaders and elected officials who were already allowed doses in current rollout plan. 3-year-old Gary boy shot, police. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Kangaroo overgrazing could be jeopardizing land conservation, study finds. Feed Fido fresh human-grade dog food to scoop less poop. Research indicates gender disparity in academic achievements and leadership positions. Scientists discover plants roadblock to specialty oil production. Project to block Asian carp from entering Lake Michigan moves forward. Research identifies more sustainable, cost-effective approach to treating citrus canker. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Thursday, February 4th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. America's Stonehenge, Inside the Rocky History of New Hampshire's Mystery Hill. Could the immune system be key to Alzheimer's disease? Ice ages, what causes the Earth to freeze over every few million years? The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Not like every time, Beirut blast victims want the truth. Australian leader has constructive talk with Google boss. Philippine ice plant ammonia leak leaves 2 dead, 90 sickened. Texas Department apologizes for Chucky Amber Alert. Biden flexible on who gets aid, tells lawmakers to go big. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. State suspends Palo Alto liquor store's license. What are police doing about these frightening sideshows? Roadshow. Stanford football recruiting, Shaw says class is much better than its low rankings. Morgan Hill, $5,000 reward offered for information in fatal shooting. San Jose, authorities arrest armed man who discussed shooting up mall on social media. Bay Area Arts, Lauren Gunderson, Hershey Felder have new shows. Cal football recruiting, Bears celebrate their best class in a decade. League of Legends, Wild Rift headlines console quality games coming to iPhone 12. Super Bowl ad preview, 49ers Legends Montana, Rise team up with Marshawn Lynch. Photos, Oakland Zoo reopens to visitors. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. 105-year-old Vermont woman gets first dose of vaccine. Nevada bill would allow tech companies to create governments. Woman accused of breaking into Mesa storage facility units. Arizona to begin bridge replacement project on Interstate 15. Stuck in D.C., Biden team pitches rest of U.S. on big virus aid. Vaccine rollout eases pressure on Bank of England to act. Today in history. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Democrats actually learned from the failures of 2009. Chicago teachers might strike. A group of parents, backed by a right-wing law firm, stands to sue. The Border Patrol calls itself a humanitarian organization. A new report says that's a lie. Inside China's police state tactics against Muslims. Russia moves to stifle dissent after poison Putin critic Alexei Navalny is sentenced. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Thursday, February 4th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Deforestation is stressing mammals out. Drinking green tea, coffee lowers risk of death for stroke and heart attack survivors. New study finds cage-free egg-laying hen mortality declines over time. Scientists discover ocean surface licks are nurseries for diverse fishes. Electronic health records can be valuable predictor of those likeliest to die from COVID. Hidden world just below the surface. Helping consumers save more by bursting their bubble of financial responsibility. California's rainy season starting nearly a month later than it did 60 years ago. Study links brain cells to depression. New report explores effect of coffee through our daily sleep and wake cycles. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Speedy and small, Barrington's Scotty Miller keeps coming up big. 2 wounded in drive-by on the near West Side. 1 in custody after man carjacked in Canaryville. 8 shot, 1 fatally, Wednesday in Chicago. Woman, 45, missing from Uptown. Man cut on face during attempted robbery in Streeterville, police. 1 dead, 1 critically hurt, 7 displaced in Englewood fire. Horoscope for Thursday, February 4th, 2021. 8 Illinois artists, including 7 Chicagoans, receive $50,000 grants. Knicks get revenge Wednesday, but could I something bigger? The feed from the Riverfront Times St. Louis has been removed for putting advertisements in its news RSS feed. Apple Music playlist features St. Louis rappers Smino, Barry, 30 Deep Grimy Eye and more. Today is the last day to register to vote in St. Louis mayoral primary. St. Louis restaurant openings and closings, January 2021. The cash and consequences of for-profit online education in Missouri. Hartman, the right to mow down protesters is just a start. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Best dating sites for married people, cheating and affair sites and apps. Proposal would replace Union Street Detroit restaurant with grocery store. Michigan orders Marathon Refinery to pay fines, improve air quality in Southwest Detroit. Democratic senators say they'll file legislation to legalize weed. New Apple Music playlist highlights Michigan rappers like Sada Baby, Payroll Giovanni, I Swear Vezo, and more. Scammer phone number lookup, how to find suspicious phone numbers. Senate bills would ban Confederate flag from Michigan Capitol, declare Juneteenth as official state holiday. The Weeknd reschedules Detroit date at Little Caesars Arena for 2022 so we can finally be sad and horny together. Some older Michigan residents express frustration over vaccine. Best millionaire dating sites that actually work, find rich successful dates. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Thursday, February 4th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. The Tummies digest a belly full of British invasion on debut record. What one division gets right that Game of Thrones messed up. Deshaun Watson reportedly has 4 or 5 desired trade destinations. Upcoming Houston food events, Brisket Soupman returns for one day only. Abbott charts a right-wing path toward re-election in primetime speech. The 2021 Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo is cancelled. Lupin, the story of a gentleman thief in France on Netflix. For Black History Month, Rocco plays Bonds, Margaret Bonds. Streaming concert watch 2/3, Chromia, Reverend Horton Heat and more. Poll, Houston Texan fans blame Cal McNair for the Deshaun Watson fiasco. The next headlines are about world records making news. Tourist attraction in East China puts giant face mask on Elephant Mountain, wins Guinness World Record but not netizens' hearts, Global Times. Man plays ping pong with robot using nunchaku, sets a new record, watch, Republic World. Virus hit aquarium taps crowdfunding to feed record-setting shoal of jellyfish, the Japan Times. Chris Gayle equals his own world record with outrageous 84 not out from 22 balls, Wide World of Sports. NHAI contractor makes world record, lays 2.6 kilometers 4-lane concrete road in one day, Times Now. Starting the year strong with a unique Guinness World Record, The Manila Times, The Manila Times. Record-breaking roller coaster will travel more than 155 miles per hour, CNN. Latest Ariana Grande lands 20th Guinness World Record, Radio.com. NZ Tesla owner to drive length of country in world record attempt, NZME. Watch a world record for fastest time eating 3 Carolina Reaper peppers, Yahoo Lifestyle. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Myanmar's new government blocks Facebook after military coup. Elon Musk returns to Twitter after 46-hour hiatus, causes Dogecoin price to soar. The SolarWinds hack just keeps getting more wild. Amazon announces totally not alarming plan to install surveillance cameras in every delivery vehicle. Wow, Comcast actually did something. Parler CEO John Mack says he's been canned by the company's board. Some older Apple TVs are losing the YouTube app next month. Canada slaps Proud Boys with terrorist designation. Texas accidentally posts Amber Alert for Chucky, the killer doll, and his creepy eunuch son. After 69 years, chemists finally get a good look at Einsteinium. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Jervois in Australia at 107.96 degrees Fahrenheit or 42.2 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Ekayachchayu in Russia at minus 66.64 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 54.8 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Russia's Sputnik V vaccine looks good in early analysis. Pornhub brings in third-party identity verification system for users. Amazon begins delivering packages with prototype electric trucks. Malicious Chrome and Edge add-ons had a novel way to hide on 3 million devices. GSKI's next-gen COVID vaccine as adding steel to help boost current supply. Modded Game Boy looks like an Apple product, works as Apple TV remote. Sony says semiconductor shortage makes increased PS5 production difficult. Microsoft backs Australian law forcing Google to pay for news links. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Lauren Boebert calls for investigation of Donald Trump. The government lied about Vietnam, but should the reporter who published the Pentagon Papers have lied to his source? Pro-Trump faction in the House GOP suffers humiliating blow in a secret ballot. The struggle inside Mitch McConnell's brain. Outhouse rat Marjorie Taylor Greene is now the dominant strain of the GOP, Rick Wilson. Reporter fact-checks Lauren Boebert's campaign mileage reimbursement using the size of the earth. Seth Meyers mocks Trump's White House meeting that was too insane for Rudy Giuliani. How a radicalized mother of 8 became an infamous figure in the Capitol riots. I got completely screwed. Biden admin infuriates Trump aides by reportedly cutting off benefits abruptly. Trump board appointee sues Biden administration for firing him, report. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. After Trump failed to overturn 2020 election, Republicans are trying to steal the next one. How to teach history in a community still reckoning with its past. I didn't want to be the reason someone lost a family member. Scottish Parliament won't investigate the Trump family's curious golf course finances. Anesthesiologist Joe Park from The Bachelorette is doing COVID SARS. Marjorie Taylor Greene was a moderator of a Facebook group featuring death threats and racist memes. COVID has turned these nursing home residents into activists fighting to show their lives matter. President Biden has the most ambitious climate change plan in U.S. history. Will it be enough to save the planet? The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Salma Hayek didn't see the Eternal script before signing her Marvel contract, Blue Mountain Eagle. Is there anybody working out there? Cambridgeshire astronomers to search for alien factories, Cambridge Independent. Commentary, we could use extraterrestrial advice. Prior Lake Opinion SWNewsMedia.com, Southwest News Media. The Queen's Gambit is a bestseller, but its author, Walter Tevis, was hardly a one-hit wonder, The Washington Post. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Can fixing protein synthesis rescue memory from Alzheimer's? Futurity, Research News. New York University, scientists find promising avenue to restore cognitive function impaired by Alzheimer's disease, India Education Diary. Neural activity controls mitochondrial transfer of RNA modifiers to the nucleus, phys.org. Experimental compound revives memory in Alzheimer's disease mice, Genetic Engineering and Biotechnology News. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Thursday, February 4th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Missing flying saucer abductee found, UFO Chronicle 1975. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Thursday, February 4th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. True Strange News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.